What's going on, everybody? Not about to go through the usual intro because we limited on time. So, with that being said, this is the Friday Night Smackdown review. I am the 29-year-old piece of gold. He is too cold. Really quick, we got the Tribal Chief, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns in the ring, addressing Drew McIntyre. But before we get to that, let's go to the preliminaries, man. We started off the night with Ronda Rousey getting arrested. We ended up getting a fatal five-way match earlier to determine the new number one contender for Gunther, aka Walter's IC title. I thought it would possibly be Sami Zayn. Ended up being Sheamus winning in a hell of a match. Too cold. I know you and I talked. This was the highlight of the night. What did you think of this fatal five-way? Really good match, by the way.
Really good match. That is the one thing I will give SmackDown. They always put on one good match. This is for the number one contendership to fight Gunther, Walter, whatever. Looking at the field, I was thinking Riddick Moss. I wasn't thinking Sammy. I wasn't thinking Sheamus. I wasn't thinking Corbin. I was thinking Riddick Moss. Somebody that can get a fresh opportunity at a singles title and get an opportunity to showcase what he can do on a big stage.
Yeah.
And we're going to consider this a big stage because it's the first show in 30 years that they've done overseas like this. So this is a big stage. This is going to be huge. Seeing that Sheamus won, first of all, seeing Sammy get the hometown love was actually kind of cool. I actually liked that. That was hot. They was all hot. They was hot for everything Sammy did. But seeing Sheamus get the victory, I instantly just remember back to our conversation we had on the previous show we did about the U.S. champions. One, I thought Sheamus won the Intercontinental Championship, so I didn't realize he's never won that. But the fact that it's Sheamus versus Walter, this match is gonna be brutal as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the brutality! This is gonna be my match to watch. I didn't even know I wanted to see this, but I am now invested into it.
Oh, bro, sorry.
I'm about to say like you.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why I feel like there was more, but it wasn't my bad.
Oh no, that was it. No, that was it. I liked the match. The match was cool, and I like Sheamus versus Walter for the championship for the IC title. I really think it's going to be a brutal ass match, and the guys are going to leave with whelps, and you saw the bruise he had on his thigh tonight. You're going to see a lot of those in this match.
All right, man. Then we ended up getting a segment with the Viking Raiders as they cut a promo on the actually they cut a vignette, I should say, on a New Day. Then we ended up getting a tag team match qualifier for the WWE Women's Championships. It's supposed to be Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark versus Sonya Deville and Natalia. Nikita and Zoe Stark were unable to compete, so we got JC Jane and oh my God. All right, Sammy. We got JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. They ended up having a pretty solid match with Natalia and Sonya Deville. Toxic Attraction, not surprisingly, they ended up winning, picking up that one. And then we get Sami Zayn. He had a backstage segment with Roman Reigns talking about, hey, man, what's up with your cousin, man? What's up with Jay? Jay been playing me to the left, and Roman like, why you talking to Jay? Why you dealing with Jay? And my boy Sammy's pretty much letting him know that, hey, man, I'm trying to be an honorary Uso. And Roman like, hey, you know what? I ain't got my cousins. I ain't got the wives, man. You know what, man? Come with me. So I like how are we gonna possibly weave out Jay slowly by bringing in Sammy? Is this how we get the Jay versus Roman, or do you think this isn't that?
It could be, but eventually it's gonna come down to damn, Sammy.
Yeah.
Damn, he took the clean Claymore. He said he had his honorary. He definitely honorary after that. Damn, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Sami Zayn possibly being a roadway for Jay versus Roman.
Possibly, but I can't wait to see what the the bigger picture of that, because I feel like Sammy's gonna screw the bloodline, which I don't think he'll screw Roman. I think he'll screw the Usos,
Mm-hmm.
and that will create something, and it will then it will go to Jay versus Roman, because I think they're ready to. I think they want to move back to main event Jay. I mean, if the Usos have pretty much done everything they can as far as tag team championships, hey man, why not? What's going on? What's going on? Earl? Let's see what one of these Usos can do as a single star. We about to get that with Montez Ford. We already seen what Jay can do. We already know he can put on a good match and he can work. Let's see what happens beyond that.
All right, and then like I said, after that, man, we ended up getting Roman Reigns backstage. Him and Sammy, they doing a 1-2, and then we'll finally get um, the main event, if you will, of the show. I mean, technically, it wasn't a match, but we got Roman Reigns, we got Drew. Roman did his weekly 10-minute end of the show walkout, says a couple of words, and then either something happens or it doesn't happen. What ended up happening is Roman Reigns, he started talking shit about Drew McIntyre, talking about calling himself the face of the company when there's only one true face. Drew came out. They was about to get it on like a pot of neck bone. My boy's about to get ready to get that Claymore served to him, ready and willing to go. And my boy, the Honorary Oos, came out and ate that shit, man. So, my boy Sammy has made it known he has no problem being the sacrificial lamb, as we got Drew McIntyre holding up both championships to close out Friday Night SmackDown. Now, earlier in the night, we had Karrion Kross. He had a promo, him and Scarlett, and Drew McIntyre was the target of Karrion Kross's promo. So I'm very, very curious to see how this whole thing plays out, because you got Kross fixated on McIntyre, but you got McIntyre fixated on Reigns. You got Sami Zayn fixated on being in the bloodline. It's a whole bunch of fixating going on.
Yeah, it is, man. It is a lot, but man. So they're stuck on this. Both titles are on the line. I guess the question is going to end up becoming, um, will we get a chance to see Austin Theory come out and take one of them titles uh, off of Roman? I
I'm
don't
expecting this. I'm
I
expecting
don't
the
know if
swerve.
Drew's winning, man. Drew could win. He could win. I don't know, man. Like, it's like I could see Roman. I can't see Roman dropping. I can't see Roman dropping the titles right now. If they gonna push him, if he's gonna lose, he gonna lose on the grandest stage. That's why I
Yeah.
was more comfortable with him losing one championship compared to just saying he's gonna lose both of them. Because that's just the way I think about it. That's how I feel. But it is what it is, man.
No, I mean you absolutely correct, which leads me to think that Roman will win, and if he does win, it's gonna be thanks to the honorary Uso Sami Zayn, because of course you're gonna have the Usos out there. I'm assuming you're gonna have the Wise Man out there. I'm assuming you're gonna have Sami Zayn out there, even though the Usos don't want him out there. But the blood, hey, Roman, he the big dog, he's the top dog. You know what I'm saying? It's his yard. If you want Sami out there, he's gonna be out there. But too cold. Look. That was SmackDown. Earl said it. I'm a reiterate it. C minus show. Very, very mid. But like you said, also, hey, it's clear that we're leading up to Clash at the Castle. So much like
Mm-hmm.
AEW, what they do is, they cool off a little bit before and after pay-per-views too. So I'm gonna give Hunter the benefit of the doubt, but we still gotta call a spade. Mid show. Right now, we got
With one good match, I would dare say it was a mid show, but the Fatal Five Way made it a 3.5
yeah.
just on that match alone. I like to end it with Roman Reigns and Drew. They said some stuff to each other, and there was a physical altercation between them. It wasn't no interference. I mean, outside of Sammy coming in, but in the end, Drew stood tall. To look like he has a credible chance. So I had no problem with that. So I'll give it a modest 3.5 just for a couple of things, but for the rest of the show, it was 2.5 mid at best.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with that being said, guys, we are going to get ready to watch AEW Rampage, because we got another show for y'all, and
Claudio.
hopefully this one have a little more a little more intrigue to it. But hey, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW. I am the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's too cold, and we'll see y'all in around about 45 minutes. Peace.